Hi guys, this is Sliver here, and I just wanted to make this video really quickly because I found out about a way to get an infinite amount of fugitive heads in Diablo 4 Season 7. More so, it's not only infinite, but you are able to consistently get one fugitive head every 2 or 3 minutes or so with this method. Let's see how. So you may or may not remember that one of the starting quests when we started Season 7 involved fighting a fugitive head in a small dungeon. And this fugitive head dropped a fugitive head, however it was a quest item, so people couldn't use it. However, I found out that it is possible to kill this fugitive head boss in Torment 4 difficulty, and if you do, then it is guaranteed to drop a fugitive head that is not a quest item, and you are able to use it however you want. So the goal of this farm is extremely simple. We want to kill this fugitive head quest boss in this small dungeon as many times as possible, as fast as possible. Now there are a few obstacles to overcome here. First of all, how do you kill this boss over and over and over? Well, the solution for this is easy. All you have to do is just pick up the loot after you kill the boss, including the fugitive head, and then do not talk to Galena, do not turn the quest in. And this way you'll be able to keep the fugitive head for yourself. So when this boss dies, it will drop actually 2 fugitive heads. One of them is blue, which is the quest item, and one of them is white, which you can take for yourself. Actually, you'll be able to pick up both of them, and this will not ruin your farm. However, you cannot talk to Galena, rather you just teleport out of the dungeon, reset the dungeon, and then enter again and kill the fugitive head again. In addition to that, you are able to use witch powers from the witch power menu as normal, including Piranhado to pull the mobs closer together. Now, the more difficult obstacle is how the hell do we get to Torment 4 difficulty without completing one of the first quests of the season. And believe it or not, there is a solution for this too. So what you have to do is on your main, go ahead and farm whisper caches, and you will need these whisper caches to level up your alt. I suggest farming around 27 whisper caches with your main, and then put these 27 whisper caches into your stash. And you should also put the gear of your main character into your stash. Then you should create a new character that has the same class as your main. So once you've created this new character, you should log in with it and do not start the seasonal questline. However, go to your stash and open these 27 whisper caches from your main. You'll be able to get to level 60 because these whisper caches will contain these yellow experience orbs. So immediately you will be level 60, then at level 60 you should be able to put on the gear that your main has left for you in the stash. And lastly, you should assign your skill points. And with this, the high level gear and the skill points assigned, you should be able to do a pit level 65, which will unlock Torment 4 difficulty for you. Still, you haven't done the seasonal questline, you haven't even started it. And now that you are on Torment 4 difficulty, you should go into the seasonal quest dungeon, which contains this fugitive head boss, then go to the end of the dungeon, kill the few mobs that spawn before the boss, and then kill the boss. And the boss then, on the Torment 4 difficulty, will guaranteed to be dropping a fugitive head for you, actually 2 of them, but one that you can use for whatever you want. And once you've got the setup for this, you are able to continuously farm this boss over and over again, and this way you will be able to get a new fugitive head every 2 to 3 minutes. Now, this is not only good for getting fugitive heads and for getting occult gems made from the Fugitive Heads, but also Fugitive Heads can be turned into Restless Rot at the Tree of Whispers with a conversion rate of 1 head into 300 Restless Rot, and then Restless Rot can be turned into Coven Reputation. So with this method, you should technically be able to get Fugitive Heads, Occult Gems, Restless Rot, and Coven Reputation. And this Coven Reputation is transferable, so technically you could create another alt, then give them the Fugitive Heads, and then convert those Fugitive Heads into Coven Reputation to get your spark. So technically you should be able to get infinite amounts of resplendent sparks as well with this method. However, that would require a lot of grinding for the Fugitive Heads, but it is technically possible. And that's it. I hope that this video has been useful for you. I hope it at least made the Fugitive Head farm a little bit easier, and I personally think it is a really clever method, and I really doubt that you would get banned for this. So I don't think there's a risk for that. If you enjoyed this video, then consider checking out one of my other videos about the new method to get mythic unique items. Thanks!